In this example, we're asked to simplify this without negative exponents. So if you notice, we have a bunch of negative exponents. We have exponents inside the bracket, negative exponents inside the brackets, and even outside the brackets. So we can't simplify anything in here or anything here further because they're bound by the brackets, and we have to use our order of operations, so we're going to have to get rid of our negative exponents first that are outside the brackets. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my negative exponents rule to make those positive. So what's going to happen is the top is going to become the bottom, and the bottom is going to become the top. So I end up with x cubed y squared z negative 1. And now that's going to be to the positive 4 power. That comes from here. And then I have x squared y negative cubed z negative 2 to the positive 2 power. So now I got rid of those negative exponents. But since what's inside this bracket is bound by the bracket and this is bound by the bracket, I can't do anything about these negative exponents in here. So what I have to do now is use my exponents rule to get rid of the exponent outside of the bracket. So what I do now is I have x cubed times 4, because that's multiplication, y squared times 4, z negative 1 times 4, all over x squared times 2, y negative 3 times 2, z negative 2 times 2. And it doesn't matter if we write this bracket here or not, so I'll just erase that. Now we can get rid of, now we're going to finish this up, and we end up with x to the 12th, y to the 8th, z to the negative 4, divided by x to the 4th, y to the negative 6, and z to the negative 4. Now we're in a position where we could get rid of these negative exponents. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the quotient rule for the x's, the y's, and the z's to do this. So we end up with x to the 12 minus 4, y to the 8 minus 6, z to the negative 4 minus 4. And then we get, well, 12 minus 4, we end up with x to the negative, x to the positive 8, y, negative and a negative is a positive, so 8 plus 6 gives us 14. And then here we have said 4, and this is a minus and a minus, so that gives us a positive 4, and a negative 4 and a positive 4 gives us z to the 0. But we know that this is equal to 1. So I'm just going to erase this little positive sign there, okay? And so we end up with x to the 8th, y to the 14th as our final answer, since we usually don't write the 1. So this would be our final answer. Now, reviewing what we just did, here we have a bracket with brackets with negative exponents. So we made them positive using the negative exponents rules, and we got this: x to the 3rd, y squared, z to the negative 1, all to the 4th power over x squared minus times y to the negative 3, z to the negative 2, and all that squared. Then we multiply in the exponents using the exponent rule. And this is what we did. So we ended up getting x to the 12th, y to the 8th, z to the negative 4, x to the 4th, y to the negative 6, z to the negative 4. And then we simplified using the quotient rule, and we ended up with x to the 12 minus 4, y to the 8 plus 6, because a negative and a negative gives us a positive, and then z to the 0, because negative 4 plus 4 gives us 0, and as we said, anything to the 0 power gives us 1, so we end up with x to the 8th, y to the 14th as our final answer. I hope you found this video useful. Goodbye. Take care for now.